Hello, my name's HUD601. This is my submission video for Sonic 3D in 2D for Fast Pace for Pride. Sonic 3D in 2D is a fan game made by Sotanuk, and the idea is that it reimagines Sonic 3D Blast as a 2D Sonic game. So we're going to do a full run of the game now. I'm going to try and explain things as we go along. We are going to be playing as Sonic, and it's the Beat the Game category. So let's get this run underway in 3, 2, 1, go! So initially we're going to skip this cutscene. We're going to start off, of course, in Green Grove Act 1. This is a nice short little level, not too difficult. You'll see here we've got the spin dash. We also have the peel out available to us, although we don't use that too much in the run. Only where roll jump control lock would cause us a problem. We're going to take this route up here, onto this spring, up to the top, mine that enemy, through this slide. We can jump off these slopes to get a little bit more speed. I'm going to do a little jump here and another one to avoid these enemies, and we're already at the boss. And we're going to see Silver Sonic here. So an interesting fact, we start with all the Chaos Emeralds and we actually lose them during the run. So I'm going to go for Silver Sonic. I'm going to go for a strat here that should allow us to get all of the hits straight away. So I'm going to jump on him here, and if I balance in the middle, each time I hit him, he's going to dash along the screen, and that allows us to get all the hits. He's going to drop one of the Chaos Emeralds. We're going to grab it, instantly stop, and go and get the signpost. And that is Green Grove 1 done. So we can skip the time bonus as well. Really nice. So we time this RTA as a result. Green Grove 2. So similar format, spin dash, hold right, straight over. We're going to go up this way, round these loops. And I need to time a jump at the end of this loop to try and land on a spring. Going to jump, insta shield, land on the spring, and up the top here. Avoid that enemy, avoid this one, and down the bottom. Up the ramp, straight over. Lovely. Now, I need to be careful not to get too much speed. I'm just going to tap back a little bit. So I want to come along here, mine that enemy, up the top, and here we are at the boss. Now, we're going to use damage boosting here on this boss. One of the interesting things about this game is that the iframes have been considerably shortened compared to the other 2D Sonic games that you might be used to. So damage boosting, while it does work, it's not quite as simple as perhaps in some of the older games, because we only have about half the time of invincibility frames. But that's Act 2 done. We're going to go off into Rusty Ruin. We're going to see a little cutscene here as we go inside. Now, Rusty Ruin, if you're playing this game casually, or even as a speedrunner the first time you play this game, it's a really tricky level. It's like a labyrinth. It's very, very easy to time over here. But us being speedrunners, we have routed this, and we have a very particular route through it. So I'm going to go backwards here and down to the bottom. Bit of a spin dash down here. I'm going to slow down and disappear under here. Just break these out of the way. We'll then need to go back, and if you've played 3D Blast before, you'll remember from Rusty Ruin the lovely pirouetting phase that Sonic can go into to break blocks. Well, we have that in 3D and 2D as well. Gonna go up here, jump over all those blocks, round the loop, don't get hit by the crocodile, land it on the button, and I'm gonna hold right here, and we should just avoid the crocodile at the top. There we go. Keep holding down, break these blocks, onto the button, and off this way. The signpost will always go to the top, doesn't matter how quickly we go through it on this one. And it's not the end of the level. Here's Fang. So Fang has one of our emeralds. We want to get that back off of him. So we're going to try and get 8 quick hits here. He will try and snipe us with his gun. We've got to try and avoid that as best as possible, along with the bombs that he's dropping. Lovely. And then to the checkpoint, but not too fast, because otherwise it will go right to the top and we lose time on that. So Rusty Ruin 2 coming up. Another interesting thing with this game is that you can carry shields between zones. And in doing so, you can actually save yourself a great deal of time because it will open up new routes for you. This is going to be our first instance of trying to keep a shield through a zone. So we're going to be collecting a fire shield during this zone, and I want to try and keep it pretty much for the rest of the run. or certainly as far as Diamond Dust. So we're going to come up here, hit this button. This will open up the door to our right. Try and give it a bit more welly. We're going to go on the teleporter and up here. And this is where we're going to go and collect the shield. So off the springs, I'm going to land on this one, jump here, grab the shield. This brings us back here. Just missed the jump on the pirouette. It's not a problem. Whoops. There we go. Now I need to be careful here not to get spiked. Because there's a spike ball there. There's one here. And then there's one down the bottom here as well. Very easy to get spiked by them. Hold down to avoid the crocodile, over the top, and we're going to grab ourselves some speed shoes, and now it's a bit of a race against time. Because I need to keep these speed shoes to get through the final bit of the level. There's one more spike ball I need to avoid, and it's coming up just here. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. The speed shoes lets me get across that gap. Grab the button, and now we're into the boss. And now I need to try and get all 8 hits on this boss. It's a little bit of a take from Sandopolis, from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So going to jump on top of him, try and get 8 hits. Now this game was developed in the Sonic Worlds engine, and one of the weird quirks with that engine is that the rebound physics don't quite work the way you'd expect. It has a real habit of throwing Sonic in random directions with completely random kind of acceleration, if you like. So you can hit Robotnik 8 times the same way, and 8 times it will throw you off ever so slightly differently, so you're always having to react to it. So as you can see, we've kept that fire shield here into Spring Stadium 1. This will help us a little bit here, but this isn't the zone that we actually want it for. So I'm going to try and keep it all the way through to Spring Stadium 2 if I can. Oh, not quite making that. It's fine. We'll do the jump again. Up the top. Grab this invincibility. And we're going to take this route here. Jump over these gaps. Use the fire shield to help us with that. Just missed it there, that's not a problem. We'll take the backup route down here. Okay, so we're going to come up to the boss here. This boss is the Tails doll. A little throwback to the comics. And he's a real nasty little one, this boss. So we get 3 fairly easy hits, and then he turns evil and it gets real tricky. So, just missing the first one, that's not a problem. We'll go here, we'll just manipulate him again. So I'm trying to play this very careful because I want to try and keep this shield through because I need it for the very start of the next level. And these bumpers that are in the middle of the stage make things very difficult. So I'm going to stand under this bumper. It's going to manipulate him to come and try and hit me. I'm going to jump on him. And now I need to time these jumps perfectly. Too early or too late, I'm losing my shield. Perfect! Lovely. So, keeping this shield through to Spring Stadium 2, this means that I can take Knuckles' route at the start of Spring Stadium 2, which can save me anywhere between 10 and 15 seconds. So at the start here, we're going to do a really tricky set of jumps. See if we can get this straight away. Oop. Come on. There we go. Got it. Nice. So through here, jump over the spikes. I'm going to take the safe strat, come over this way. I'm going to grab the invincibility because there is a spike pit that if I were to land in it without the invincibility, it's a soft lock. So we'll just go over these spikes here, down this way, and just here is that spike pit. Whoops. Come on. So just being a little bit careful here because I need to break these and I need to come up this way on the barrel. There we go. Perfect. So we're going to come down the bottom, and we're going to continue on this way. Oh, I just lost the shield there. That's a shame. So there would have been another time save open to us in the next act in Diamond Dust 1 if I'd kept that shield. Unfortunately, we're losing it, but it's not the end of the world. Whoops. So I want to get up on top of this loop because there's another time save here. The Sonic World engine means that the physics are a bit tricky. Timing a spin dash jump when that barrel's going to be down. Oh, not quite making it. Let's try that again. There we go. Lovely. And then we're at the boss here. Say hello to Average Arms. He's trying. He's trying. So we're going to make good use of the invincibility here. Try and get plenty of extra hits on him. There we go. For one more hit should do it. Is he going to come down? He is. Nice. Great RNG. That is the best RNG you could hope for. Him coming down 3 times is the best RNG we can hope for on that one. But yeah, known as Average Arms or Small Arms, because he has small arms. Okay, going into Diamond Dust 1, as I say, because we didn't keep the fire shield, it means that one of the quicker routes isn't available to us, but it's really not the end of the world. This should be a fairly straightforward level, give or take. This one's just about quick routing, and of course we have not just our requisite ice level, but we have our snowboarding section as well, because what is a Sonic game without snowboarding these days? So I'm just jumping on these steeper bits of the slope just to pick up speed and momentum. Just going to jump along here. Getting ourselves iced, but really not an issue. And just continue on the level at the moment. So again, quite a lot of these levels have various different routes you can take. So the speedrunning scene for 3D and 2D when we held the tournament last year, a lot of time was spent on trying to discover the best routes, the fastest routes, and they really did change and evolve quite fast, and pretty much what we have here right now is the best that we have managed to find. The developer was very helpful in terms of giving us level maps. So we're going to take the top route up here on these springs, head this way, and I'm going to come into the right here, and we're going to grab ourselves a gold shield. This gold shield works very similar to the way it does in 3D Blast. It gives me a homing attack, and this is going to help us with the boss on this level. It will hopefully allow me to get all 8 hits really, really quick. So just need to be mindful of those bombs that he's dropping. And one more. There we go. Lovely. Fantastic. So that's really what we wanted that gold shield for. Whoops, a little bit too fast. You can see there how the signpost goes right to the top. If you go too fast through it, that'll lose you a little bit of time. But overall, a really good level. So this gold shield, we're going to trade this in on this level for a lightning shield. We must keep this lightning shield for Volcano Valley. So start this level, relatively straightforward. We're just going to go down, we're going to go down again. And just down here, we're going to do a big jump, just there, up to this top section. Whoops. And I'm going to trade this in for the lightning shield. So like I say, this shield is super important. If I were to lose it now, it's honestly better for me to restart the level. So I'm just going to be a little bit cautious. Okay, taking a very specific route through this. Oh, nearly lost it on that penguin, but we're good, we're good. And nearly at the end of the level. Big jump. Oh, not quite making it. And then here's the boss. So it should be able to get 4 quick and easy hits at the beginning here. As long as the game engine doesn't try throwing me in weird directions. We're going to avoid Robotnik. Now we're going to get the other 4 hits. Just being careful of these snowmen. There we go. Lovely. And keeping the shield. I'm going to keep left here, because there's a little bit of a bug with the game whereby if you go all the way to the right for this cutscene, Sonic will actually stop before the lift and then have to start again, and it loses you a couple of seconds. But staying on the left, he'll pick up speed, he'll actually stop on the lift, and now we're going to go down into Volcano Valley 1. And because we have this lightning shield, it means I can take Knuckles' route along with some invincibility. This is going to save a good half minute. So I'm going to come down the bottom here. I'm going to keep hold of down, jump over the lava, and spin dash through here. Now we're going to grab this invincibility. Now it's a race against time to do this route. So, really nice thing with this game. When you have invincibility, you still have your shield, your elemental shield ability. So I can still use the lightning dash, which means I can take this route here, use the lightning shield to get up and over these spikes. Going to bring this up a little bit, up the top here. Right, and now I need to be a little bit careful about how I break these. Because there's spikes just there. Avoid that. Up the top here, break this one. Again, being careful of the spikes. And then into this hole, and we're already at the boss. And that saved half a minute. So this boss, say hello to Metal Knuckles. We have Metal Knuckles in this game. And we're going to be in a rising auto-scroller section, but what's really cool is the quicker we go here in terms of getting ahead of it, the quicker it will rise. So there's another 20 seconds of time save here if I can outrun this at a reasonable pace. So that is what I'm going to attempt to do here. Whoops. Just try and bring this up a bit more. Let's see if I can get this jump. Yeah, lovely. That jump there is about 5 seconds of the time save. We don't need the shield anymore. We can lose it here, and we're going to damage boost for this boss. So we're going to take damage intentionally here, get 2 hits of Metal Knuckles, he'll come down, jump over, get him to spin dash the other way, and rinse and repeat. So intentionally take damage. 1, 2, he'll come down, 1 on the head, get him to spin dash to the right, and then we'll finish off here with a final one. 1, 2. Lovely. And slow down just before the checkpoint. Keep it low. So Volcano Valley 2 is going to be the only time you really see a glitch in this game. We used to have a glitch for that boss, but it's been patched. The developer Sota actually put in a executable code that allows us to unpatch some of these glitches. And it means in Volcano Valley 2 we can basically skip almost the entirety of the level. I'm going to grab this fire shield here, come up the top, onto this lift, I'm going to bring it up to here, and I can just get myself in the wall and skip half the level. I'm going to do that again and try to skip. This one's a little bit harder because I've got to do it in mid-air. Oops. Come on, Sonic. There it is. Second try. And now we're on the home stretch to the boss. And here we are. And because we've kept a fire shield for this boss, we cannot take any damage. Which means this boss is a free auto-scroller, basically. But yeah, those two skips combined save a good 2 minutes on this game. It's all to do with how the blocks handle the collision with Sonic. It was discovered by, I think it was by Yandis, while messing around in Diamond Dust. But the speedrunning community during the tournament found a really good use for it in Volcano Valley. As I said, we used to use it in Volcano Valley 1, and we used to use a variation of it for the boss itself. But when the lightning shield route was found, and knowing we could carry one through from Diamond Dust, it sped things up considerably instead. So now we do that. And that's the boss taken care of. Okay, so now the difficulty is going to ramp up considerably. We're going to be going into Gene Gadget. Gene Gadget 1 is fairly straightforward. It's just about knowing which way you're going and which of these lifts you need to get in. So we're going to take, it again, a very specific route, very specific lifts. Now, we want to try and keep this fire shield throughout this level, but it's honestly not the end of the world if we do lose it. So making good use of our spin dash here. A little section here that plays itself. Going to be coming down the bottom just now. Little fire dash. So all these lifts so far, they only take you in one direction. A bit later on though, we're going to have to start getting a bit more clever with them. I need to be careful of this mouse. He always likes to take my shield. There you go. He always takes my shield. It's a real nastily placed mouse, that one. There we go. Again, not the end of the world. We don't really need the shield beyond this point. So here, we're actually going to go over this lift, come to the right. This will skip a fair section for us. We're going to hold left on this one. We want to go left on this pipe. And we're going to jump over this one onto this, and this is pretty much going to take itself all the way to the end of the level. Going to drop down the bottom, we're going to spin dash into this one, hold left, and we're in the final section. The final section is a puzzle. If you've ever played, I believe it's Sonic 2 for the SMS, you will know this puzzle, but we just need to navigate through these pipes, and then we get the first of our really tricky bosses. So say hello to all the past bosses. We're starting off with Sonic 2 Mecha. Whoops, bit too early on that one. That's my mistake. So we have to fight 3 of these. And I'm not doing a particularly good job of it right now. Get 2 hits on him. There we go, that's what we want. 3 hits. 3 is the best we can do on that. And when we've got 2 hits to go, the game gives us another one to deal with. So this time we got Mark II Silver, which is definitely one of the harder of the bunch. So he only stops when you're at the opposite side of him, like this. And then we got S3K Mecha. Oh, just got caught by the spikes on the way down. That's okay. Always grab a ring on these bosses, because they are tricky. There we go. That's the 3 bosses dealt with. Through to the signpost. So yeah, there's no way to manipulate the RNG on that. You will just be given 3 random bosses to deal with. Ones we didn't get, Mark I Silver, which we saw at the very beginning in Green Grove, and Metal Sonic from Sonic CD. So Gene Gadget 2, this is one where the route has changed very recently. There's a load of sections on this level that are blocked by electricity. But if you have a lightning shield, you can just walk straight through them. So we're going to pick up a lightning shield just here. And this will now mean that, as I say, those sections we can just walk straight through. Which means we don't need to worry about doing all the puzzles and pressing the buttons and all that. Nah, that's not going to concern us. So we're just going to head down here, up this section, watch out for him, whoops, watch out for him, watch out for the octopus, and as you can see, just walk straight through. This is where we're going to deviate from our standard route now. I'm going to jump over the lift, come back this way, jump over, don't lose the shield there, don't lose the shield to him, and head on down this way, straight to the end, up here. The electricity can't hurt us, wait for the platform, come on up here, watch out for the octopus here, jump over the lift, and a peel-out jump gets us up the top, and I'm going to hold right. Just jump over, walk under the octopus, hold right again, and this will take us pretty much straight to the end. Once again, we have a lightning shield, so straight through that one, and here's the button to the boss. Now this boss really tricky, I'm going to play this one safe, so I'm going to try and get as many hits as possible. Oh, he took my shield. That's a shame, but it's not really a massive issue. We've already got 4 hits. He's on the left side. 4 more to go. We'll get 2 this way. This is going to slow us down a little bit because I can't get the quick hits. And he'll come down again. 1, 2. And that's the boss dealt with. Don't get crushed by them. And onto the capsule. And we're onto our final 2 acts. Panic Puppet 1 and 2. So Panic Puppet 1 is probably one of the longest levels in this, and not just because of the size of the level in terms of where you have to go. Again, we're going to be skipping all of the puzzle sections where you got to find and press buttons, but most importantly, the boss. The boss is easily one of the hardest that exists in this game and in pretty much any Sonic 2D game. So we're going to start by coming down the bottom here, spin dash jump to get over this. I want to come down to this section. Because over here, because we lost it, we can go and grab ourselves a new lightning shield. We need this shield for this level. Watch out for the enemy. All the way along the bottom here. And then third section here. Lightning shield jump onto this. Right. Ooh, that's fine. So we're going to come up the top here. And into the lift. Now we're going to grab some invincibility. This invincibility will allow us to take a shorter route that requires a little bit of careful handling, let's say. So, I'm going to peel out up the top here. 1, 2, not quite. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Nice jump. And then into the lift. So that probably cut out about 10 seconds, taking that slight deviation. But try and not lose the shield here. We want to keep this. 1, 2, 3. So if we can keep this, this will really help us potentially in the second phase of the boss. One particular attack that he does. So that's what I'm going to try and hold on to this shield for. Just getting caught by roll jump control up there. Oops. And then over here into the lift, and we're going to be off into the Panic Puppet 1 boss. So this boss has 2 phases. The first phase is relatively straightforward in the fact that we just wait for the boss to expose his weak point, and then we try and hit it 8 times. We just need to avoid the electricity that kind of shoots out of him. So he's going to disappear off with our capsule with all of our friends in it, with all the flickies. So Tails is going to help us. So wherever we start, you can see that he shoots out 3 rods of electricity. And on the exact opposite side to that will be his weak point that we can hit. Whoops. So it's going to be up top here. 1, 2. Okay, so lightning shield coming in handy there just to get that extra hit. And we're going to go back up the top right for this one. Lovely. So here's the second phase of the boss. Probably the hardest boss in any 2D Sonic game. So you might recognise this one from Marble Garden in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. But Robotnik here has been considerably upgraded. He is a speedy boy and... oh, he can shoot those. Cool, we've got 3 hits there. Brilliant. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, what are we going to get? Oh! Trying to be really careful not to lose this shield right now. Okay, brilliant. Down the bottom. Hopefully he should... oh, he's going to go for a top attack. Got the extra hit. 2 to go. That's the one that I wanted, but unfortunately not in position to get up with the lightning shield. There's a little extra hit there. 1 more to go. Come on, where are you going to be? Come down. That's what I wanted. Beautiful. Unfortunately, didn't quite get that earlier. If you do, you can basically get all 8 hits that way. You want the RNG to kind of be in your favour. There is a little bit of manipulation you can do on that boss with the RNG. In terms of getting him to do the laser, but it's very, very tricky to both get Robotnik in the position you want him to be in and then get Sonic and Tails into the position to make him do that attack. But yeah, if we got that earlier, we would have got all 8 hits straight away and saved ourselves a whole bunch of time. But anyway, that is Panic Puppet 1 done. We're going to say goodbye to Tails. Knuckles is going to come along here and hit the button to help us. And we are now into Panic Puppet 2. This one is a mad sprint to the line. There is one jump in particular that I really need to make. If I don't, I'm ending up in the water and losing half a minute. Here we go. So because I've got the lightning shield still, I can skip some sections of this. Still need to move this one up a little bit, but I can skip most of that. I'm going to trade it in for a fire shield now. Up here. Oops. And we're going to start taking, again, a very specific route, using the lifts, dropping down where we need to, climbing up where we need to. Okay, this jump's going to be coming up in a second. I'm just going to concentrate for this jump. Oops. Ah, made it. Lovely. Right, avoid those enemies. Beautiful. So that's the first tricky jump out the way. I still want to keep hold of this shield if I can. So I'm going to try and skip a section here. Oh, nice. So that's the quick climb there. avoid the shield here because we don't want that. Okay, we'll just spin dash this one. Brilliant. So there's one other area that can potentially we can fall foul of. We're just going to avoid it altogether. So spin dash along here. Be careful on this nut. It will try and go the wrong way and crush you. Come this way. Check for the enemies. Just here with this. We're going to go straight over that button. I'm not interested in that. And then roll all the way to the end. We are now at the final boss. 3 phases of the final boss. I want to try and keep this shield for the second phase if I can. So I'm going to immediately dash over here. We'll start on the right hand side. Squeeze between these. Lovely. Beautiful. So because we've got the fire shield for this boss, it means that he can't hurt us here. So we should be able to get 3 hits on each cycle. Lovely. And one more hit on this side. So we're going to start on the left side again. It goes left, right, left. And this one is going to shoot balls at us. Again, we can get 3 hits here if I time this jump right. Did not time the jump right, unfortunately, but still got 2 hits. That'll do. So got the 3 hits that time. So 2 more on the left side, 1 more on the right. There's the 2. 1 more to go. That's the final hit. That is Sonic 3D in 2D. That is my submission video for Fast Pace for Pride. And that is a PB as well. 31:35. So I'm going to be submitting this with a 35-minute estimate. That should allow us for any kind of trouble in terms of us potentially losing shields that would cost us time, such as in Volcano Valley 1. And also if we were to have some trouble with the Panic Puppet 1 boss, because that one again can be quite tricky. There can be some quite wide variance in terms of the RNG you get, and as a result the time loss that you can have as well. But yeah, that is going to be Sonic 3D in 2D. That is my submission video. If you do have any questions about this run, I'd love to hear them. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to be able to run this in the marathon for you. And yes, PB! Oh, amazing. That was a pretty cracking run, I'm not going to lie. That was a pretty cracking run. Oh.